we broke out of a chicken farm.
Oh.
Well, this time... we're breaking in.
For you, what do you love most about doing animation? Like, what's the difference for you between live action and animation?
I mean, it's just a different challenge. You know, with live action, you get to use your whole body and face and everything to express the character, which is a lot of fun. But also, you got to show up at a very specific time because you've got hundreds of other cast and crew that are all coordinating to do the same. You're there for 12 to 16 hours a day. You got to go through hair and makeup and wardrobe and all of the bells and whistles that requires. With animation, it's just you, and there's no hair and makeup and wardrobe or anything. You're just using your voice, you know. But that's also an interesting challenge in and of itself because all you have is your voice to use, and you're depending on the animators to do all the rest of the gesticulating and the facial kind of gestures and things like that. So I don't know. They're similar and very different, and I love them both for very different reasons. But it's pretty cool just being able to roll into a VO booth without even, you know, showering and being like, let's go. I'm ready to work.
It was 2000 when the world first witnessed the first of its kind stop motion clay animation feature with Chicken Run. How much has production changed in 23 years, and what were you most excited to implement with this installment?
Well, in one way, it hasn't changed at all because we still make puppets and they're just the same, just pretty much the same as they were. And we still make as many things as we can by hand. And it's sort of the handcrafted is what's really at the heart of it. So it's a very old technique. It's over 100 years old, you know, and the performances are just crafted one frame at a time, and characters are brought to life in that way. And an animator will do like 4 seconds in a week. So it's a very slow process, but it is literally a performance. It's a live performance that's being captured. So all of that's, you know, the same as ever. But stop motion's become digital in this century, you know, like Corpse Bride 2001, I think, was the first movie it went digital cameras. And ever since then, it's gradually been, you know, becoming like a digital studio, you know.
Welcome to the future.
So there's a lot more green screen. There's a lot more kind of combining scales and compositing things and doing things in layers. There's, you know, visual effects type work that goes on, and even a bit of CGI too, you know. So it's a matte painting. So we've used all of that to make the movie more expansive, I would say, you know, it's like a bigger canvas now, not because we wanted to, and I'm not I don't rush to new technology every time. I'm not that techie myself. I'm not that interested in it, but the story demanded it. It was like we wanted to create a bigger world. One, the chickens don't want to be confined in their huts anymore. They want to be out and free and in this kind of beautiful kind of island paradise they've created. And then two, when they go out, they're going to be breaking into this kind of giant industrial nugget factory, which is human scale. So they're in the land of the giants. And so we literally needed to use more digital technology to kind of like create that. But a lot of it, so much of it is really still handmade in the old way. And that's important. That is very important to keep that.
It's an impossible mission. Fire. Only the small matter of this electric fence. The camera-driven gun-toting moles.
What personal touches did you want to bring to this character?
I mean, honestly, I just wanted to do it all justice. You know, I was a massive fan of the first film, and Mel did such a great job voicing Rocky in the first, and so I was honored that they, you know, Aardman came around and said, hey, we're doing it again, which was already music to my ears, and they said, and we would like for you to play Rocky, and I was like, great, say less, I'm in, you know, what do we want to do? So, you know, just doing justice to what had already been established, but then also doing justice to the new script and the new story and kind of picking up where, you know, it all takes place. And now Rocky is a father. You know, in the first movie, he was much more the kind of self-centered, you know, hotshot of a bachelor. and then finds love with Ginger. And so that's already kind of starting to ground him and change him. And now he's a dad. And he's like girl dad. And you know, he's got all this one, like his big heart is showing in all of it. You see the softy that he is. So just doing, you know, just being authentic with that. Just like taking this wonderful script that they wrote and making sure that I'm hitting it and hitting those notes as best I can. That was my only goal.
Huh? That place is impenetrable.
Yeah, and you can't get in neither.
Okay, everyone.